I've tried to shoot this video like 4 or 5 times in the neighborhood. I think he's done chainsawing, whatever he's done chainsawing, because he shuts it off and then he fires it back up like 30 seconds later. So he might fire it back up. But maybe that's the whole point of this video. The lesson that we have to learn is I've been feeling the magic a little bit more lately, and I don't necessarily know how to describe exactly what I mean by that, but it's sort of, I'll tell you a story. Story time, you guys. Sit down, take your shoes off. I was a kid, I was playing, I was early grade school. It's one of the oldest memories I have of this sort of experience. The wind blew, and I felt the wind catch my hair, the back, specifically the back of my elbows and the back of my knees, as the wind blew from behind me. And immediately I thought, oh my God, it feels like Halloween. And that's such a strange feeling for someone to have at such a young age, like the air of something. It was like the world around me came to life with a certain sort of je ne sais quoi. In these past couple weeks, I haven't been feeling like quote unquote the Halloween, but I've been feeling things that subtly but still pervasive. Like it just And I can't help but think maybe that's what this sort of split has to do with. It's not a process that we're not involved in. In other words, is what I'm saying. Like what if we have to be super duper diligent with cultivating that specific frequency of energy? I pulled some cards last night. Temperance is still sitting here. We did a live audiobook reading a few nights ago. It's all the same message. It's like, hey, you have a desire for something. And with that desire, two things happen. One, the desire harmonizes harmonizes mind, body, and soul. All those things to come in harmony with each other to attain that certain goal. That's the first thing that the desire does for you. The second thing that the desire does for you is it activates all the latent, unused paths of energy in your body. It activates them to meet that desire. And it doubles down on the qualities that you're already accessing. So, most importantly, what's happening at the moment is not, hey, I'm going to attract something to me. It's not, I'm going to manifest this desire that I've always wanted and it's gonna show up. More so, there are routes, there are paths, like little etheric tendrils that extend from your body that aren't activated. They're a little too etheric. You turn them on. Those are all the avenues to get the things that you want. And the ones that are already turned on are 4 or 5 times as powerful. And so what we have to set our minds to instead is, how can I activate the qualities within me to match the frequency of that thing that I want? So that I can activate the resonance. Because resonance is the name of the game. Resonance says, I'm going to, or not even me, resonance says frequencies are going to be emitted and they're going to be returned to us. That's what vibration is. It's going back and forth. It's a rhythm. Up and down, side to side. That's what it is, a resonance. An echo. You shout into a canyon and you hear your voice coming back to you. It's because your voice traveled, hit the canyon wall, and came back to you a few seconds later. Resonance. But what people are forgetting, what I'm forgetting, what we're forgetting is we have to be part of that system. We have to be doing everything that we can so that we broadcast a frequency also that we want. We can't just rely externally for it to happen. And if you don't know what qualities you need, that's where you start. That's what the desire is. Say, well, I don't know what I need. That's fine. Okay, well then that's your desire. My desire is to know what I need to desire. Or my desire is to know what latent energies am I not accessing right now. That's my desire. And we keep our focus, and what happens is again, part one, your mind, body, and soul harmonize with each other so that the broadcast can be stronger and your unit can be more sustainable. And then 2, you immediately, and I guess how that shows is unique for everyone. So it's hard for me to say, this is what it's going to look like for you, because I have no fucking clue exactly what it's going to look like for you. You are your own person with your own philosophies, with your own life experiences, with your own expectations of the world. And therefore, all your latent powers and your active powers are all going to be activating, turning on and off according to you, and same with me. But I can tell you with me, it could turn up with, say, I start to research YouTube videos on how to speak properly, or I'll activate something that, like, how could I change the tone of my voice to sound more captivating? So, all right, now I'm increasing something that I already have access to, which opens up, right? Now I have a whole suggested videos list, related topics that I never even knew that I could study, and we can consider those latent avenues of expression. So I already know how to speak for the most part. I can double down on that. And now that I'm activating that, I have the suggested YouTube list of things that I didn't even know that I didn't know. And now I can start increasing those. But that's, again, me taking the action. That's me increasing the drive, the will. So back to what I was saying before about the 21st. I'm thinking that what's happening with the sort of je ne sais quoi that's floating around in the air, that's got everyone sort of at attention, is step 1 of the resonance. It's a celestial based frequency, right? So luckily for us, it starts in the external world, right? So we've already got a shortcut. The universe said, hey, all right, I'll help you out here. I'm going to trigger it from the external this time, but I'm going to need you to match the frequency and bounce it back to me so we can get the resonance going. And that's where we have to activate. That's where we have to find our desire, or just ramp up the desire. And I know some of you might be hard or heavy on the sort of Buddhist philosophy where you have to both want and not want at the same time. Whatever, like I said, whatever makes sense to you. Just know that there's some cool shit coming up, and it'll be that much cooler if we're doing the work on the ground, if we're doing the work on the ground floor, however that looks to you, whatever meditations, whatever writings, whatever journaling, whatever production things that are fitting to you. Good luck and Godspeed.